Hello, everybody.
We are live.
Welcome to High Five Live, the Gathering Series on this beautiful Friday.
We're so glad you're here, and please let us know where you are joining us from all over the world. We'd love to see that, so put that in the comments if you want to.
Because today we have the most exciting thing. It's a worldwide experiment. So to our worldwide audience today, we want to invite you to a remarkable worldwide experiment. And we have our great guest, Olivia, with us, and we'll be telling you more about her right now.
Olivia is amazing. From the time I met her, I knew we were soul sisters, kindred spirits. We call ourselves the Family History Enthusiasticals.
Enthusiasticals. That has a really pretty ring. I think we should definitely do something with that.
But we just love her, and we're excited that she took time, especially on this busy week when this amazing opportunity is being launched, to spend time with us. So I say you're the mother of 4 darling children.
You didn't, but that's great.
And she speaks all over about family history and like at Tech and Education Weeks and things like that all the time. And she actually has a few upcoming TV appearances, right? To talk about.
I do.
Go along.
Yes.
People joining from Bountiful and Riverton and Chicago so far. Welcome, everyone. And we'll have more as we get going here.
So we're trying to tell you about this amazing experiment that's been done before, and now it's time to do it again.
So tell us about it.
Olivia, tell us how it got started. How did you get into this? Tell us a little about you.
Okay. Well, you'll notice, like, I actually, whenever I do these interviews, my cheeks start to hurt because I'm smiling so much because I love it. I love talking about it. I love sharing it. And I love that you guys had me. So thank you for letting me come on and share just all about it, because it is like a really fun, hopefully inspiring story. But I love just telling people about it because it's been such a cool, incredible experience for me to be part of. So thank you for letting me share this. So
sure. Not to be part of it.
Yeah. And be. Yes. So, okay. So basically back in March, we were all or April, I guess I would say. So, COVID hit really strong where I live in Utah, in March, like right after Roots Tech. And, so I went from like this major high of like interacting and talking about family history to like quarantine. And it didn't feel so good. And April rolled around and I was so stir crazy. I'm social. It's not good for me.
Obviously.
And so I was just like, oh. So anyway, I kept having this little prompting. And it was like, I kept ignoring it, but it was do the 21-day challenge. And I had done it several times before because back in like 2015, I think, Sister Nelson gave a talk in
Women's Conference BYU.
Yeah, thank you. Women's Conference at BYU. And one of my friends had invited me, hey, you want to do this with me, in November of that year? And I always have to point that out because I was a mom. I am still. I was a mom, and it was the end of November. So it's like the month of leading up to Christmas. I was like, no. But it's like powerful because I felt like I should, even though I already liked family history. I was like, I don't need a testimony. I already got it. Anyway, so I tried it, guys, and it changed my life. Like, it sounds stupid to say that, but it's true. It put me on a path of just knowing that family history was way more than just charts and dates and names. It was like stories and preservation of the current and all of these things. And I just had this paradigm shift, and it then just led me from one thing to another. Started teaching. I ended up at Roots Tech and Education Week, and just sharing with the world that, hey, there's some really incredible things that can come from doing family history. And you can do it in a few minutes a day. It doesn't have to be, So sorry, that was my side note. Whoops. I'll hurry. I'll get back on track. But because I'd had such a good experience, I knew I needed to, because I was feeling down during COVID. So the prompting came really strong one morning. Do the 21-day experiment. Quit ignoring me. Invite all your friends, because everyone was feeling it, right? And then be sure to measure the results. And I was like, huh? That didn't make sense to me. I was just like, okay, what does that mean? But I had these little thoughts about the psychological benefits and like helping the world to understand. I think as members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, we get told by our leaders that there are benefits, that there's spiritual benefits to doing family history. But yes, and we are constantly told that. But as if you're not a member of religion, like why would you do it? You know. But I'm like, but there's power there. Like no one would deny that. Anyone who's done it wouldn't deny it. So for me, it was like we need to show that result. We need to show some resemblance of power there. So I called a few people. We had some awesome champions along the way. So, Wendy Smedley from Family Search. I texted her. I was like, what do you think about this? She was like, do it. That sounds amazing. And I love her. She's amazing. She's been a great support.
Yeah, we got to interview on Family Search with her. I love her.
Yes, she's so much fun. So anyway, we literally, and you guys, in less than 2 weeks, we had a team of people who were passionate about measuring the psychological benefits of doing family history and showing the world, hopefully. So we've created it as like a non-denominational project. We want everyone, we have members of our team who aren't members of the church. We have lots and lots of participants that aren't. We want it to be a tool, obviously, for members of the church, but also for people who aren't. Something that anyone can come and feel the power that comes from it, feel those benefits, experience them. So the basics of it are: come, you take a little survey at the beginning to measure your well-being, your mental, your emotional well-being, and then you do 21 days. You increase. If you can't do all 21, it's okay. Just increase your connections with family. Increase those connections. And then at the end, we take another survey to show. And we had some incredible results last time. We had 5,500 people join the project. We were shocked. We thought maybe 100. And then so many people joined. Yes, it was so much fun. So we decided to do it again because it's Family History Month in October. And so we thought, what the heck, let's try it. So
where do you go to sign up to get this information?
So you're going to go to connections-experiment.com and you can go check it out now. It's live and it's running, and we leave the resources up in the in-between. But we found that there was a lot of power in, especially with the pandemic. Like the pandemic is kind of like the reason we all started this, right? But especially with the pandemic, the power of connecting with the community was really powerful last time. And so even though in between the communities, maybe not as strong, during the like organized group one in May, it was awesome. There was so many good stories shared and just connections made. And so we thought we'll do it again. So October's the month, the 1st through the 21st, we're going to do it again. And we invite everyone to join us. Share it with your friends, share it with your family. I promise you will, like, I'll guarantee, money back guarantee, since it's free.
What I love about it is it's this pre-prepared package. I've just been through all the plans. There's set plans. The Gen Z thing is so great to involve the young adult age. And we love the Family 2.0 plan because we're family 8.0 or something. Specific, prepared suggestions every day, things that you can do, and their connectivity is the wonderful blessing that comes from it. It's not laborious, it's not difficult. In fact, it's just joyful. Pre-prepared messages, right?
Oh, I love it. You said it perfectly. Yes, I love it. Love it. I have one of the girls that works on our project. Her name's Tara Lynn, and she is incredible. I love her. But she was telling me yesterday, she said, I just feel like we need to get the message across to all of the moms out there who are overburdened and overtaxed, and say, hey, we've already made it. It's easy for you to do. Just come. We've already done all the work. You just come in, you read the little blurb. You go, oh, okay, we can do that. It's very simple. All the work's done. You just come and enjoy and connect with your family.
That's big. You have somebody that thought of all those ideas for you, and the resources are there. Do you want to talk a little bit about the psychological benefits that we've discovered?
Now, I just want to say, before she does that, her favorite kind of food is anything she doesn't have to fix.
Me too.
Her favorite kind of activity
is
anything that's off the plan, right? It's all done.
I have this cute friend. Yes, I have this cute friend that makes these adorable things, and I'm always like, well, will you just make it for me? I'll pay you. I love it, but I don't want to make it.
So true.
I hear you. Yes, no. What was I speaking to? What was your question?
Psychological benefits.
Yes. Yes. So, okay, you guys, this was the coolest part. So when I started to reach out to people before it started, what was really incredible was how people were put in my path, because I didn't know who to reach out to. And almost every person on the team I had never met. It was like a go on Facebook and kind of just think who, so I reached out to a handful of people, random people I hadn't met, and reached out to them because I knew them through like social channels. And all of them, almost every single person that joined on the team immediately had some kind of traumatic event or of some kind. And like, I don't want to speak too lightly of any of it because it's all very, very personal. But, one of our team members had a friend commit suicide, and family history was what had given her the power to get through it. And she was a teen, and she's an incredible girl. And she has like the strongest belief system in doing family history and the power of that connecting. And, one of our girls had some PTSD, and she jumped on. The second we told her we were trying to show the world the psychological benefits, she said, I'm 100% in. And she has done amazing things for our project. And so it's kind of been really incredible to watch how everybody that comes into the project has some really strong experience that makes it so they're like, yes, I believe in this. I've experienced it. I want to share it with the world. And we have that with the participants. I've spent time on the phone, like participants will get a hold of me and I'll chat with them. And I mean, some are hour-long conversations where they're just sharing with me their whole experience and trauma from their life that family history or journaling, some version of this connecting has helped them work through and really has been a powerful experience for them. So, I mean, the stories just pour in, and I love it.
Activity also expands beyond our own little families. I mean, we did it with our congregation and did the 21-day experiment with everyone together. Yes. And remarkable things.
It was so fun. I mean, they were especially the youth, they just really got into this.
Really?
And little kids. Little kids.
They loved it. And so our scouts, they were up on a scout camp. Uh-huh. This was before COVID, of course. They did not want to miss one of their days. So they all sat around the campfire and had the leaders and the dads that had come with them just share stories about their own ancestors, their own fathers. And they had this amazing spiritual experience because they were focused on doing something every single day for 3 weeks.
Because they couldn't miss a day. And we were saying to her husband every day, don't forget your 5 minutes. Got to do your 5 minutes of family history. And she's the one that really found something exciting.
Yeah,
so maybe Angel can tell you about that.
Her story is just really sweet because she had wanted all her life to know if she had any ancestors who crossed the plains and pioneers, and she could never discover that. And then she got a notification during this 3-week period from Family Search that she needed to look at this ancestor. And she said, because we were doing the 21 days, I looked. Otherwise, I might have said, I'll look at that sometime. I'll put that off and maybe someday.
Yeah.
Look at that. And she had this little 4-year-old who had crossed the plains. And she was so excited.
She was so excited. She called us immediately and said, guess what?
21-day experiment. Wins again.
Success. I love that story. That's so cool. And that's the thing. I can agree with that because sometimes when you've committed to something and you're like, oh, well, I need to do something today anyway, then it drives you to get stuff done that you wouldn't have. And actually, yeah. One of our plans last time was the journaling plan, and we left all our old plans up. So you can use our old ones too. Yeah. And the journaling one, it was called the About Me, I think, but it was a journaling one. And I couldn't believe, because at first I was like, well, how does that relate to, connecting with family? And it does, obviously, but I was like, not sure when we started making it. And honestly, some of the most incredible experiences came from people really digging deep as they journaled about experiences. And I just I don't know why that related to that. I'm not sure how I made that connection.
Yeah.
But,
point. Not only do we do it, but we need to record it.
Yes.
We need to find some way, whether we put it on Family Search as a memory or do something that makes it memorable. And in fact, our youth got together with all the elderly people in our area. I say elderly, like my age. And anyway, they got them all together and played fast friendship. So all the elderly sat on one side and all the youth sat on the other side, and they asked questions and then moved every 3 or 4 minutes.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Like, the
cool.
most meaningful experience they said I have had in years, because the kids were very interested. So they didn't want to leave it there. So they got back together with them, recorded their stories, and then put them on Family Search so their families could listen to them too. Just a collective community experience in this.
I love that idea. I think that is so cool.
Yeah.
Could you do that with COVID? You could figure out a way technologically.
We also did a huge timeline for our whole congregation, and they were all putting their little papers with the events of their lives on this, and it went clear across the stage in the cultural hall.
So cool.
Families were weaving together with their experiences. Anyway,
Yes.
I love that.
uniting, binding thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I love that. I love that so much, because when I was actually talking to Wendy about that, but I love the power of connecting with your, neighbors and friends as well. Like, we're all like family. We've proven that we're all cousins, right? We know this, but like, the power of connecting through story, like, you're right. The timeline, seeing that these people, your neighbor who's elderly, like, hey, she was young like me once too, as a, my 7-year-old or whatever, right?
Right.
7-year-old, but you know what I'm saying.
One little experience with that, I just thought of one of our groups went to our sweet World War II veteran and recorded his stories. He had never recorded that, and he just passed away 2 weeks ago. And he never recorded his stories. They wouldn't have been down if it hadn't been for this extra effort that they put in to try to get him to say it and record it. So,
Do you feel that?
Yeah.
I know.
It's like so much gratitude, like that family. I mean, whoever it ends up benefiting, like, how powerful is that person? Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I know.
So much.
Yeah.
So yeah.
See in the comments that we have put the website, and there's a group and a website. So you're all invited to experience this with all of us all over the world. Last night I did a Zoom meeting for some dear sisters in New Zealand and told them all about this. So they were so excited. Something to dig your teeth into and to do with somebody else, because they love to do things with sisters across the world, and so they'll join up and we'll see benefit.
Well, I love connecting with people all over the world. I think that's such a cool, and that's why I like the groups. Like, I love the in-between, because there's still connection, but the power of doing it as a group, even if you don't have that perfect ideal family story, you still can connect with this whole community and have really, really interesting, really cool experiences. So I'm really excited to have that many people, and I hope that they'll just continue to experience the benefits. So I am curious about one thing I want to ask you guys. How did you get it to go in your congregation? How did you guys run it? Did you have them do it in the in-between? Did you do it during the group? Did you have your own Facebook page? I'm just curious, what you guys did, because I want to know what works.
So she's the ultimate family history consultant.
Oh yeah, that's me. So, I do love it.
She happens to be the Stake Youth Temple family history consultant. So we have 15 youth consultants in our ward.
Oh, 15? Good for you.
When I started, they were really excited. And then the primary kids got really into it. You want to get anybody involved, get those little kids involved. They'll do anything.
So we use our newsletter, the connections through Relief Society. We have a beautiful bulletin board that we put up in the hall with how to sign up for Family Search, and little slips of paper they could take with activities, mostly 5-minute activities. I'm into that. I really like that.
Yes, I love it. Me too.
Page of 5-minute activities.
She has a Facebook page that has over 100
and still
5-minute
going.
activities and still
adding, always adding. Yes, I love it.
Absolutely. So and we work through the proper channels with the bishop, got the bishop behind us. We have the youth speak about it in our meetings. And the whole idea, I think, is to get everybody you can on board.
Yes. Great. Wonderful. I love that you did that. That is so cool. And I love that there was good experiences.
In fact, I did a whole Google Doc and shared it with everyone we know of all these crazy fun things that people thought of to do.
She's looking at it right now.
Yeah, I've got it up
see
here.
her gazing up to the side. She's
I'm like, scrolling. We can share.
Yeah.
We told them about me on Family Search, and loves that. Our congregation. We get together. We put in the bishop's age, the year he was born, and find out about him. And I just love that when you find that on Family Search and their activities. It's called All About Me, and you know, that's a great one for a group.
The
to
fun
do.
thing, if you're there with grandma, right, and you turn to one of the kids and say, okay, you're 9. What year were you 9? Then we go to her year when she was 9. So same
So they can
age
see
they
what-
were.
yeah.
And they started to talk about what was happening in your 9-year-old year. You know, there's just lots of ways
And
to
you know,
use
when you
those
get grandma
activities.
talking, you learn a lot.
Sometimes skinny dipping, and you know, you never know what you're going to hear when grandma starts sharing.
Yes, I love that so much. I feel like you guys are just spouting with ideas. So I know who to call when we run out. I'll just be like, hey
Please.
guys.
We have 200 on the free site, the Family History Guide. There are hundreds, and we just opened a new site there. So I think all of these
Resources.
well, not these resources, but all these enthusiasticals
Yeah.
are just putting things out there, and we just need to unite. And this is the 21 Day Experiment is a great way to do that, because
Yes.
somebody not only can do what the plans say, but they can share the things that they've done, and I think
Mhm.
it's successful.
Absolutely.
So I love
That,
that.
yeah, and I like that, like, because last time someone came on and just made her own, because you know ours are very themed, and she wanted to just do random, and so she did it, and then she shared it, and so many people in the final were like, "Oh, I actually used hers." So I loved that. Like, I love that community feel. I love, because we're all volunteers. It's all just organic. We're all just doing our, you know, we're just getting the word out there, trying to spread the word. So like as a community, we're just working together to show the world how powerful it can be. And you know what? Our world could use it right now. Between all of the crazy things that are going on, like we need connections. Connections is what's going to get us all of this.
Instead of divide. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for all of your volunteer
Olivia.
hours, and please thank your team. Thank you, team. You'll
Thank
watch
you,
this.
team. You're
Thank
amazing.
you so much.
They are amazing. I have such incredible people.
Oh, well, we just appreciate you being with us. And please, yeah, share this video and go on the Facebook group. And Olivia has a lot of live stream videos on there. And just, you know, if you have any questions, you can put them right on that Facebook group and
Yeah.
back to you.
Yeah.
But please join and just let us know how wonderful it is for you and your family and the benefits that you see after 21 days.
Thank you so much for being with us today. Olivia, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, you guys. It's been so much fun.
So fun.
And can I give one last message to everybody? My last message is spread the word, invite everyone, help us build this and like get everyone feeling it. But also if you want to help, like be part of it, reach out to us, let us know, because we're just all volunteers working together to make it happen and bring it to the world. So if you want to bring it even more so to your area of the world, just let us know. We'll totally help you. We'll work we'll work on it together. Yes. So thank you for coming in. Thank you for sharing. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Hey, next week, guess what? It's Conference Eve, so make sure you
Conference
sign up. We've got
Eve!
all kinds of great ideas about Conference Eve next week. So Friday.
That's fantastic. Can't wait.